New tonight at 10 o'clock, witnesses talked to News4Jax about what they saw and heard the morning this mother of four was gunned down and killed at a gas station in northwest Jacksonville.
Time I got to the door, I bet you there was 50 or 70 shots went off. It was just like someone threw firecrackers. And I saw these young girls in evening gowns running across the parking lot screaming.
The family of Tata Smith tells News4Jax that they believe she was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
It was early Sunday morning, close to 2:30, when Smith was shot and killed at a Raceway gas station on Lem Turner Road. News4Jax reporter Eric Avignier is joining us live from that location. And neighbors say, in their opinion, it wasn't a matter of if, but when something tragic would happen there, Eric.
Yeah, Kent, well, truth be told, that this gas station here, this Raceway gas station off Lem Turner Road, has a history of wild scenes on Fridays and Saturday nights. In fact, it was around this time last year when our cameras were set up across the street recording two incidents in which JSO showed up at this gas station and shut down a wild gathering.
Multiple bullet holes in gas pumps 9 and 10 tell the story of how 28-year-old Tata Smith lost her life early Sunday morning. Whether Smith was purposely targeted or a bystander caught in the middle of gunfire, neighbors too afraid to go on camera for fear of retaliation say gunshots were loud and rapid.
Yeah, it could have very well been automatic. I mean, wouldn't be surprised as fast as I heard that.
50 or 70 shots went off. It was just like someone threw firecrackers.
But the holes in these pumps didn't come from firecrackers, and firecrackers are not what killed this mother of four children. About 2 hours prior to the shooting, one of the neighbors we spoke with called 911 to report loud music coming from the gas station parking lot.
We told the police, because we've done this so long, is the police sent an officer through to run the people with the loud music off.
Neighbors say loud music coupled with cars and motorcycles doing burnouts in circles is very common at this gas station on Friday and Saturday nights.
They'll start about 9 o'clock at night, and it goes on to like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. None of us around here get any sleep.
Evidence of burnouts is still seen on the ground, and neighbors say the damage to the support beam next to the gas pump was caused 2 Friday nights ago when a car performing stunts crashed into the beam. And this is video we shot in May of last year when police showed up at the same gas station 2 times in one night to break up a wild gathering. Neighbors tell us that gun violence near the gas station is also a problem.
Neighbors say Friday night multiple shots were fired near this intersection of Smyrna and Ida, which is located less than 500 feet from the entrance of the gas station.
According to a JSO crime map, which was adjusted to show crimes within a half-mile radius of this gas station, there has been 1 homicide, 2 incidents of shots fired, an armed robbery, 5 assaults, 2 involving a deadly weapon, and 8 thefts, all reported within the last 4 weeks.
Now, I just also want to point out that some of those reported crimes actually happened here at the gas station, while some of them were just within a stone's throw of the gas station. Speaking of crimes, we just saw them just leave a few minutes ago, but obviously there was police lights here at the gas station. Something was going on, but that quickly cleared up. Reporting live from the north side, Eric Avignier, Channel 4, the local station.